Brian back here with a look at Kaspa. Alright, you can see here we have made our 5 waves up. 5 Elliott waves. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now, obviously, corrective structure. Is the correction done? Do we have more to go? And if so, how much more to go? Alright, if it is done, what's our next targets here? Well, first off, we're going to come over here. Alright, total. This is the total 3. I'm going to show you the total market cap of crypto. It is now getting up through the 702. Alright, it's actually wicked up. It's going to daily. Alright, you can see it working its way right up through here. Alright, right up through the 786. Looking good, right? If we come over here and take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a spot right now, alright? Obviously, it's going to tell the rest of the market what to do, right? If we zoom out, the weekly, we know we got bigger targets, right? Let's get this off here. Oops. Let's get that off there. There we go. Okay. I want to take that off. Alright, right here, 130 would be the 1618 on this. We're up through the 618, 702. We're up into the expansion area here. Now, the smaller time frame, excuse me, on a 4 hour, alright, this thing is starting to turn back up. We put a Fibonacci on here. You can see we've come up to the 702 and got rejected there, right? Pull this down just a bit. There we go. Okay, right on the dot. Nailed it. Ended up hitting this thing right on the head. If we zoom in a little bit here, obviously a rejection. Okay, now, thing is, are we going to make it back up through, or is this going to ABC? Okay, if we take a 1 hour, let's go to 1 hour and take a look here. And you can almost see here 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5th wave here. Just gonna have to wait this out and see how it works out here. Alright, your 1 hour RSI right at the bottom and reset. Your 4 hour trying to spin back up. You have a 4 hour green candle here. 8 hour. 8 hours still bullish, 39 to 34. It's showing a little bit of weakness over there. You can see it curving over a little bit, right? 12 hour just turned to the upside. Okay, and your daily looks good. 16 and a 19, just about ready to flip bullish. Okay, if we get through 110, see 110 500. All right, next target would be 115. All right, we get rejected here, and it rolls over. Does an ABC. That would give you a target roughly right about 105, right around 105, 105.1. Right around that area. Okay, so big key area for Bitcoin to make it through here. Definitely going to want to see it clear 110.5. That's your 702, and not just a wick up through there, right? You're going to want to see it get up through there, closing candles, work its way up to 115. Okay, now let's go ahead over to Kaspa. Take a look at this thing. I actually took a long on this thing. Ended up breaking some resistance down here. 3, 4, 5. There's your 5 waves. Now looking for a corrective structure in here, right? 5 waves down, ABC, whatever it is. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe something like that. Let's zoom in some, like a 4 hour. And take a look. Why? The reason I took the long in on a 1 hour. Look at that overhead resistance, right? Your white line here, the overhead resistance, it has broke that. Okay, so possible bottom here. All right, you have what you got here is you got this high, this low, lower high, higher low so far, right? Now you want to see a higher high come in here, obviously that would definitely mark a bottom. Okay, the big thing here would be taking out right there, and that is, as far as price goes, yeah, right around that 11 cent area. That would take out this prior high over here. That would tell me that more than likely a bottom was in on this. Okay, now if we come in on a 4-hour, all right, put a fib on here. If you want to sign up for our Discord, guys, and come trade with us, that's a level 3 membership in the description of the video. Would love to have you come over there and join us. Over there every day trading. All right, leverage trading. We have about 170 members. Also, along with that level 3 membership, you get 10 hours of videos, over 20 videos to teach you how to start using the Fibonacci, how to draw trend lines, all that stuff in there. Okay, so I try to make sure you get your money's worth. You know, if you don't use the Discord, but try it out. You know, try it for a month. If you don't like it, cancel it. Oh, there we go. Good. That is very good. That's what I wanted to see out of Myro. Myro is bouncing. I put a Myro long out in Discord. And let's see here. Let's just take a look at it real quick and see. Put this out in Discord just a little bit ago. You know, it doesn't take a big trade to make you your $15 a month, right? I mean, that's pretty easy to, should be pretty easy to get, right? There you go. There's Myro. Broke the resistance right here, and there it is starting up, 15-minute. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Actually, I called it out over here a little bit, and it kind of pulled back some, but there we go. Now it's starting to take off. That's what we wanted to see. All right. But right here, you know, you would have made, you know, no guarantees. I'm not a financial advisor. That's not my thing, right? But if Myro comes out and takes out this this high here, you know, on a say 10x leverage, right? We go off of this high here. Say you're shooting for a 618 as a target. This should be a wave 3. This thing's probably going to really start boogieing here in a minute. Just to a 618 is what, 16? We call it 17% on a 10x. That's 170%. That's almost 2x in your money. So if you had $1,000 on this, you'd make $2,000 in profit. If you had 100, you'd make 200. If you had $15, you'd make $30 in profit. That's what I mean. It doesn't take a whole lot to get your $15 back. Okay, so like I said, try it for a month. If you don't like it, cancel it. You know, and leave. But we have a alt season coming up, guys. These moves. They only happen once every 4 years. These alt seasons, these are the times when you really make some serious money leverage trading. You can, right? No guarantees. That isn't how it goes. But even on Kaspa here, I took a long on this thing because on the 1 hour, there you go. Once again, broke the resistance and it's starting to the upside. Now, like I said, zooming in on this. Could we possibly, all right, now, like I showed you the 5 waves, you know, is there a B, C going on? Okay, the C target would take it down to 977, okay? Well, we haven't come down that low. All right, over here we've come down to 1015. All right, you don't. These are a good measuring tool, and most of the time these are dead on, man. They are dead accurate. You can measure out your ABCs just like this with your Fibonacci, and most of the time they are going to be smack dead on. I can't tell you how many times I use this by a roll, right? I'll put, if I see an ABC forming, I'll put a limit order for a long down towards the bottom here, because a lot of the times it'll hit that target. And now sometimes it can pull up short also, just like here, right? This is still what, um, you know, 3-4% from a completed structure here, you know. But it doesn't have to be to do that every, you know, that'd be too easy, right? People would figure that out. You know, the market makers know that. They're no dummies. You know, so over here, this could be, you know, this C leg could be done. You know, right back to right through here. You know, I'm sure you probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Okay, 5 waves in there, and I'm sure this very well could be over. All right, Kaspa is moving its way up here. Now, if it comes down here and takes this out, right there, and what is that? That's about, whoops, sorry, roughly 10.1. All right, right around there, 10.15, 10.14, whatever. All right, then this would be my target per bottom, that 977. Okay, I'll be watching for that. That's if it takes out this low right here. Okay, right there, that wick. Now if it comes out and it takes out this here, I would say bottom's in. That's at 11 cents, and look out. All right, then more than likely heading to the upside. Okay, now like I said, you have so far you have a higher low coming in here. Let's get these off here. Oops, went back too far. A higher low coming in right over here, and it is getting a push. It's broken that resistance, but that doesn't mean anything until it takes out this 11 cent area. Okay, now if it does take that out, you know, next potential targets for this thing, you know, pushing up through here. Let's go into 12. You know, next targets I would be watching for, you know, say it holds here and starts pushing, it would be the 15 cent range. Okay, that would be 15 cents. That would be the next one on my list here. All right, now let's see. Since right where we're at, let's see if anything lines up here. Like if this was a bottom. All right, this on a 12-hour. It's on a daily. Any support areas through here on a daily. Try to line stuff up, you know, to see if it potentially could be, you know, bottoming area here. Weekly. Oh, there we go. Look at these weekly closes right here. Got a weekly close here, weekly close here, 2 over here. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 weekly closes, but a monthly. No monthlies. We have a wick up there, but weekly closes, yeah, we got numerous weekly closes through there. You know, that's if we go off the bottom that we are at right now. Okay, right here, and this ends up turning to the upside. All right, I just like to take a look at that now and then, see if anything lines up. Like, oh, it could be. You could have a bottom here, right? If not, I would look for 977 down here as support, and watch for a possible reversal around there. All right, we'll keep an eye open for that. And like I said, now if it comes up here, if it holds, takes out 11. You know, and then starts taking out this overhead resistance here. You know, 15 is the next area. 4-hour RSI trying to turn up. 8-hour right at the bottom, 24.6 and 24.4. Looking a little weak. 12-hour just turned up. 19 and a 16. Looks great. Daily, just about reset. Should be reset in about an hour from now. Weekly. Right at the very top, 86 and a 90, and that monthly, look at that, 11 and a 6. That monthly looks absolutely fantastic. That's what makes me think, you know, this thing should be heading to 27 30 cents eventually. All right, so keep your eye on Kaspa, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe. Come join us over in Discord. We would love to have you. Try it out for a month. If you don't like it, cancel it. If you're making money, then stay with it. Learn from people over there. 170 some members in there. We got some great traders. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my video. Be back to you soon.